Okay, this person says, is it worth learning martial art for self-defense? Hello, everyone. Question for some... This was a hello, everyone's question may seem a bit stupid, but I feel like I have some valid questions. I recently was at a confrontation in London. So this person lived where I live, in London. So anyway, said, where someone had their arms around me grabbing tight and essentially tried to rob my phone. I kept saying no until the point where two men with a dog entered the park, at which point he said he was joking and left. I feel horrible, as if those two men didn't enter the park, and he was not more of a forceful than when I would have happened. I feel horrible, as if those two men didn't enter the park, and he was more forceful than what would have happened. So my question is this: is learning something like Muay Thai going to be worth it for self-defense reason like this? Actually, and it may seem like obvious, yes, but genuine question. If we had used a weapon or knife all of a sudden and I started fighting instead of just giving him my stuff, then would anything different happen apart from me potentially dying? To me, when getting robbed seems like fighting is pointless, since you'll usually either be outnumbered, they have weapon, which I should clarify, he would have a knife in his trousers. I don't want to feel like this again, but I'm just thinking, would a martial art even stop scenarios like this again? To me, it seemed like sprinting is the best martial art to learn, to be honest. I absolutely agree. I mean, just run. I mean, that's the whole point. Martial art is not a silver bullet. It's not the magic potion. It's not. You have to understand that. That's the whole point about martial art, is that martial art gives you a slight chance of survival. Better than no chance. I mean, in a situation like that, if people rob you, just give them whatever they want and leave. I mean, it's hard. Human being is, as we know, is like, you cannot, you cannot fight or flight situation. You kind of almost got no control over it. It's about survival. So you need to, in a situation like that, it's rather than to fight or anything, and just give them, in the robbery anyway, just give the robbery what they want and walk out surviving rather than dead. I mean, I agree what he said, but what I kind of thinking that what he said is that because the experience he have now, he can take up martial art. I mean, that's what most people do, isn't it? When something happened, then they do something about it. That's again, as human beings, we all do that, isn't it? When something happened, then I wouldn't say it's too late. I mean, you realize, isn't it? I mean, but if he's training martial art, he might not end up in that situation. He might be aware that someone might follow him, so he might walk faster and get out and walk out of the park or situation where he doesn't face that problem, where he walk, like say, he might aware of the situation and he will just leave and just get out of the situation and will not face that situation. I mean, even they think that if you do martial art you can fight back. Yes, in a way, but you shouldn't fight back. I say don't risk your life for something like possession, like money and jewelry. No point. Your life is more important in this. In my opinion, in this life, your life is the most important things on this planet, as far as I'm concerned. If you're dead, what's the point? For a start, if your family rely on you, if you're the breadwinner, I mean, if you have wives and kids, are you going to waste your life and try to prove how tough you are, or how you fight some robber, and then you die from it, or you just survive and look, and look after your family and try to live as long as possible and enjoy the time with your family while you can on this earth, But anyway, like I say, everyone's different. But I think, this person made a good point. I mean, he or she's probably a he, like experience this situation. I mean, it's very difficult for people not experience situation in life, isn't it? To face situation, then they have the experience to say what they want to say and is valid. But